What's up, Spell Slingers? Chris, Legendary Mana, and it's time to cover Iconic Masters. What are some of the top cards that we should see or might see in the set that's coming up later this year? This video is going to cover spells, but we are also going to cover, with two other videos, creatures and lands, because there are some iconic lands that should be in this set. Now, before we get into the top cards, we need to call out a few honorable mentions. It's important to note we don't expect all of these cards to make it into Iconic Masters. Wizards will need to create a healthy draft environment, and Masters 25th Anniversary will be coming out shortly thereafter. But this list includes some of the most iconic spells that could see the return in Iconic Masters. The first four have seen recent-ish reprints, and that's Cryptic Command, Mox Opal, Aether Vial, and Surgical Extraction. These cards have been in recent master sets, but let's face it, they need to be reprinted. If these cards don't make their way into Iconic Masters, these will be my first shoe-ins for Masters 25th Anniversary. Next, we have a few that haven't been printed in a set in quite some time, and that's Mana Vault, Leyline of the Void, Crop Rotation, and Crucible of Worlds. Now, yes, Mana Vault and Crucible of Worlds were printed as masterpieces, but the most recent regular printing of any of these cards is M11. It's time to print these and get more copies out there to help control the prices, especially with Modern and Legacy getting Pro Tours again. If these don't get printed in either master sets, you will see these cards get crazy price spikes literally overnight. Now strap yourselves in, because we are about to get crazy. We have a ton of cards that we would like to see printed and feel they should be for the love of Magic. Lightning Bolt, Sleight of Hand, Ball Ritual, and Ancient Stirrings are as iconic as the game, and when commons are above $2, it's time to take action before they get out of hand, especially when these are staples in their respective formats, and typically you will at least see 2 copies of each in the deck. Cranioplating, Thought Scour, Galvanic Blast, and Search for Tomorrow are low-end inclusions, but again, I'm talking about cards that have tons of play opportunities, especially in the limited format, which we can't forget Wizards constructs these sets specifically for that type of play. Now, the rest of the cards have crazy amounts of value attached to them, and likely not all of these will see a printing in Iconic Masters, but may get pushed to Masters 25th Anniversary. Either way, these cards I consider to be iconic and haven't had a regular printing for some time. To start, we're gonna hit you in the face with Ponder, Demonic Tutor, Thoughtseize, and Rest in Peace. All cards that need a reprint to lower their price and get more copies out there. Now, I know what you're gonna say, Ponder is super cheap and available. Yes. However, when it's a format staple for Legacy and it sees play in tons of decks, this card could see a jump if it doesn't get reprinted. I think the others go without saying, and Thoughtseize was printed in Theros, but let's face it, the card is iconic and needs a reprint. Mark my words, it will be in at least one of the master sets. Pithing Needle, Life from the Loam, Collected Company, and Anger of the Gods are not necessarily knockout cards, but might get an inclusion because they are among the top 50 format staples that haven't been reprinted yet and could be included for value. We can't expect a repeat of Modern Masters 1 box value, but it's not out of the realm to see Modern Masters 2017 value. So it's possible they will surprise us with some awesome inclusions like these. Which leads us to the dream team of cards that might be included. Now, these might be more of a hope and wish, but in a way, it's not out of the question that these may show up. Chalice of the Void, Scapeshift, Engineer Explosives, and Ancestral Vision. Now, Chalice, Scapeshift, and Explosives, these are no-brainer inclusions. All iconic, all used in a ton of Modern and Legacy decks, and they haven't been printed in a regular set in a long time. While Ancestral Vision is not so much a staple, it's a card that needs a reprint and pretty iconic to boot. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to look out for the next 2 in this series, Creatures and Lands, and we'll discover which cards should or might be printed in Iconic Masters. Until next time, I bid you farewell.